frozen peak. 3 weeks of death and mountain streak. War elephants in alpine snow. The Roman Senate feared below. Carthage must fall, says Cato voice. Rome gives its rival no more choice. Delenda is the Senate cries. The Phoenician Empire dies. Salt sown into Carthage ground, so nothing there can ever be found. Third Punic War sealed in flame, but Hannibal outlived his fame. Bronze shields clash above the waves. Ram the enemy, send them to graves. Naval tactics of the ancient kind. Mycenaean war is on the mind. Bronze shield battle, chant at sea. Warriors of the Aegean free. Ram and board and bronze sword swing in the wine dark sea. The warriors sing. Grappling hooks on enemy rail. Bronze Age navy will not fail. Boarding warriors hand to hand, fighting for the sea, not land. War drums echo off the hull. The battle trance begins to lull into a rhythm of ancient fight. Bronze Age warriors in the night.
A sea where ancient secrets sleep. Fluid currents shift and turn. Navigation skills harder to learn. Wind up sea navigation flows through hidden reefs. The sailor goes. Aegean stars, the compass guide. Bronze Age captain and the tide. harmonic surge, electronic and orchestral merge. The beauty of the open sea, the Bronze Age sailor sailing free. Waves of Aegean, blue and white, bass frequencies and morning light. Sea salt in the synthesizer, Mediterranean riser. Aegean bass below the wave, every note the sea once gave. Electronic tide rolls in, where the Mediterranean begins.
In Greek service worn, Rus warriors from the frozen north born, guarding emperors on golden thrones, far from Scandinavian stones. Varangian Guard we stand, between the emperor and death hand. Viking blood in Byzantine halls, Norse wolf howls from marble walls. The axe Miklagada between east and west tracks, two worlds collide in one elite core. The Norse become the empire core.
Announcing power to distant kings. Thalassocracy rises on the sea. Mycenaean fleet sailing free. Bronze Age empire horizon wide. The wide dark sea belongs to pride. Caves. Linear B records the cargo stored. Mycenaean merchants and the sword. Deep Ships ascending, none can plummet. Orchestral strings meet the machines, myth and modernity in between. Olympus rising through the base, gods in digital time and space. Epic strings and synth combine, where the divine and made alive. We read the stars above the sea. Polaris guides the ship for free. From Biblo's launch star Cedar hull, no storm can make our cargo null. Phoenician star traders sailing on through the pillars before the dawn. Tin from Britain, purple dye, alphabet carved on the sky. Carthage grew from our first seed. Everywhere our merchants lead. Glass and linen, silver rings. Trade is mightier than kings. No armies march where merchants sail. The sea remembers every trail, from Lebanon to the western shore. Every coast becomes our store. Star traders sailing on. Phoenician ships will carry on.
Cafe Aman at 3 a.m. Hashish smoke and broken stem. Rebetiko lived underground, now in electronic sound. Rebetiko, revival calling, every exile slowly falling. Minor key and Sith combine, Greek blues on the borderline.
At sea and Troy has burned, the weary fleet begins return. Mycenaean warriors scarred by time, but still alive, still in their prime. The weary triumphant sails for home. Against all odds the fleet arrived. Poseidon scattered half the fleet, the storm and reef made men defeat. But Agamemnon homeward steers, after a decade full of fears. Triumphant brass meets weary drone, the ancient mariner finds his home. Electronic trance of victory won, Bronze Age epic nearly done.
Violins in unison, Brandenburg bass just begun. Rapini and Constantino, trap beat makes the whole thing glow. Brandenburg bass, three voices one, Baroque and trap below the sun. 300 years, one groove remains.
Bass unleashed from Baroque chains.
Three violins in unison. unison. Three violins in 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 three violins in unison. 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 Three violins. Three violins in unison. 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 Brandenburg bass just begun. Rapini and Constantino. Trap beat makes the whole thing glow. Brandenburg bass, three voices, one. Baroque and trap below the sun. 300 years, one groove remains. Back unleashed from Baroque chains.
Pico steps on metal floor. Zorba dances into the roar. Nichols wrote the dance for grief. Now the machines bring relief. Zorbas machine, the dance begins. On the shore where madness wins. Industrial Zorba never stops until the final music drops.
of the great Khan we ride. All the nations step aside, from the Yellow Sea to the west. The Mongol horde cannot be blessed. Beneath our well, caravans pay tribute still. Pax Mongolica carved in blood, empire rising from the mud.
The fleets are gone, the harbors filled with sand. The linear B tablets barely stand. What echoes still across the Aegean wave? The memory of the Bronze Age brave. The Cedar fleet remains in the ruins, and the myths and chains. Bronze Age mariners left their mark, a haunting melody in the The palace walls of Mycenaean fell. The dark age came and rang the bell. But the ancient mortal scales live on in every sea, shanty ever sung.
across the Pontic steppe we came. Skulls as cups and scalps as shields. The ancient world to terror yields. Scythian war cry fills the plain. Golden warriors ride the rain. Arrow loose from horseback back. Persian army made our attack. Burial mounds of Kurgan gold. Stories that have not been told. Tattooed skin and curved achinates. The nomad world that never breaks. As Byzantium falls, blood of the Janissaries spilled, every conquered city filled. Sultan will becomes our law, the Ottoman machine of war. Crack and roar, Vienna trembles at our shore. Coffee brought from Arab lands, empires built with armored hands. Shipwrights of Mycenaean shape the keel. Bronze axes ring on cedar wheel. Pitch and rope and linen sail. The fleet will drive through every gale. Cedar hulls through salt spray drive. Ancient mariners alive. Bronze Age fleets on dark water ride. The Mediterranean open wide. Gather on the horizon line, but Mycenaean oarsmen hold the brine. The electronic pulse of ancient hearts, technology of wood and crafted arts, trance rhythm of the synchronized oar. The Bronze Age fleet goes to war. clash above the waves. Ram the enemy, send them to graves. Naval tactics of the ancient kind. Mycenaean war is undermined. Bronze shield battle, chant at sea. Warriors of the Aegean free. Ram and board and bronze sword swing in the wine dark sea. The warriors sing. Navy will not fail, boarding warriors hand to hand, fighting for the sea-not land. War drums echo off the hull, the battle trance begins to lull into a rhythm of ancient fight. Bronze Age warriors in the night.
"12 islands in the Aegean blue, each one holding something true. Acoustic strings on ambient pad, remembering what we once had. Dodecanese dream, island call, electronic ambient for all. 12 islands, 12 melodic modes, salt and synth on 12 roads."
Midsummer sun at Stonehenge born, before the Roman swords were drawn. Oak groves echo ancient chant, the wicker man begins to cant. The Druid circle stands in stone, where gods and mortals have always known. Blood of mistletoe and gold sickle bright, the Druid circle mocks the night. He feared the Celtic ritual, always weird. Sacrificial smoke and fern, the secret knowledge none can learn.
Dripping water marks the beat. Below the world, below the street. Cavern walls absorb the sound. 1,000 feet below the ground.